So this is a 2019 Tundra, and while I've done some amazing things to the outside, check out my exterior video, I spend most of my time in here, and this is what it looks like. Now there's no blind spot monitoring except for my brain, my eyes, and all these little mirrors I've added to the truck that show me pretty much any view on the side. And there's no push to start. I have to put the key in the ignition to start it. The entertainment system is, well, lacking entertainment. There's no CarPlay. Screen is pretty small. Now again, I bought this truck because of the functionality, the space it has to be able to carry everyone and all our things. Now the icing on the cake with that is that I can customize this the exact way I want it. And with the help of Dasaita, I've got a new head unit that is pretty much your best choice when it comes to functionality and price for the 2019 Tundra. This unit can also be installed in the other year Tundras, so just check out your model and get with them. Now I'm going to do a quick install. It doesn't take long at all. It's plug and play. It's got the installation steps for the Vivid 13, for the Tundra 2014 to 2021, and then dedicated wiring. This is where you want to pay attention. Breaks it down between the 2014 to 2019 or the 2020 to 2021. So of course mine's a 2019, so I'll be following that wiring instruction. It's got even steps on how to start removing the dash panels, and then everything is super clearly laid out with how everything plugs together. They did an awesome job with these instructions. They include trim removal tools and some zip ties, which are always great to have. Cables, and it's all marked clearly. Another set of cables. Get the head unit itself. So with the truck off, the first thing you're going to want to do is remove this lower panel. Again, they give you a couple of trim tools which really help out. You want to put that into these spots right here. There's a couple of clips you'll see. Once you kind of see them showing, you can just use your hands and pull it down. Just like that. The next thing we're going to do is grab under here and pull our climate control section out. This again has one port at the back. When we go to test the new head unit, it's going to be very important to make sure that that's plugged in, otherwise you will get the airbag light on your dash. The next thing we're going to do is remove these 10mm bolts. There's 4 of them. There's one back there, one kind of forward, and the same thing on the other side. I've got a 10mm magnetic socket. I've got an extension, should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen these up, and then we'll pull that unit right out. Now that I got the 4 bolts out, this should pop right out. There we go. There's 2 yellow retainer clips that we're going to want to reuse. And the next part is just to go ahead and unplug everything. With everything unplugged, you'll be left with some cables that just plug into themselves into the OEM unit itself. We're going to remove these brackets and put them on the new one. And then I'm going to come back and run the antenna and mic for the new unit into here and see where I can hide everything. So we'll go ahead and start doing that. All right, the GPS antenna, I thought it was stick it way back there. And the cable just comes right down here. I've got everything reconnected and pretty much used everything. I hooked up the camera, it didn't work, and then I found the other yellow port, plugged the camera into, and then tried it and it worked. Of course, don't forget to plug in your climate control unit so you don't get an airbag malfunction. Pretty much got everything working, tested it, it all works fine, and now it's time for the reinstall. All right, pushes right back into place, looks fantastic. Now here's where I think some install videos drop the ball. There's a ground wire here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ground it to that bolt right there, but I'm going to go ahead and put the bolts back in, put everything back in, and then we'll turn it on again and test it. terms of interior upgrades, this by far has been the best upgrade I've done so far. It was easy to install, the price was right, and it was truly plug and play. Now remember, this unit is essentially an Android tablet, so you're going to spend some time after you install it, tweaking it and customizing it to the way you want it. My key tips for installation: take your time. Everything can only be really plugged in one way. You'll end up with a couple of things that are your options on whether or not you want to use a couple of extra USB ports, a 4G antenna, a SIM card adapter, and a couple of other items that you don't have to use. I plugged everything in, all the connectors into the Dasaita, and then I plugged that into the OEM wiring. Bonus, another interior little upgrade: wireless charging pad.